How to read a technical material. In the last lesson, we've talked about the complete blueprint for reading any book. We will apply the same one for reading textbooks and technical material as well. In this lesson, we will learn the complete blueprint on how to read textbooks and technical stuff step by step. Let's get started. These are the steps you have to follow to read a textbook. The same steps as the previous lesson. Begin with the end in mind, enter into the learning state, the alpha level, overview and preview, read and review. The first step, begin with the end in mind. Always have a specific purpose before you start reading a textbook or a technical material. I have noticed that these are the two major goals a student has while reading a textbook: pass exams and understand the concepts taught in the book. There is nothing wrong if your purpose is only to pass exams and nothing else. Whatever the purpose, the goal is, decide before you open the book. You have to make a slight difference. In this step, treat one chapter as one book. You will read one chapter at a time in a single sitting and not the entire textbook in one go. Second step, enter into the alpha learning state. You must always enter into the alpha learning state before you read any textbook or technical material. The third step, overview and preview. I normally read one chapter at a time. Once I finish a chapter, I have a break and I come back to read the next chapter. I recommend you do the same. Read one chapter at a time in a single sitting. You must do the preview of the chapter before you start reading, not the entire textbook. You may preview the entire textbook at the beginning of the year and not every time you sit to read the book. While previewing or overviewing, you must look for headings, author, writing style, whether any diagrams are used, and any keywords popping out. This step will give you the complete picture of how the chapter is organized, and you would be in the right state of mind before you actually start reading. And this is important. You are only looking for the important section, and you are not actually reading at this stage. Now, the fourth step, read. This is when you do the actual reading of the chapter. In this step, you will follow all the tips and lessons I am teaching you from the first lesson of our course. Use the pacer while reading. Focus only on understanding the text. Forget about recall at this step. Don't underline or make notes. Have a mindset which I shared with you in the previous lessons. Have only good habits in place and overcome the bad ones. All the additional lessons and tips you have learned during this process of this course will be beneficial for you. 100% of your focus should be on understanding the text and/or on achieving your purpose and nothing else. Next step, review. Do a quick review of the chapter you have finished. The first review should be done immediately after you have finished reading. The second review after 24 to 48 hours. The third review should be after 1 week. The fourth review after 1 month. And afterwards, every 3 months. The review will only take a fraction of the time it has taken to read. It would take less than 10 minutes to review one chapter. The action steps. Pick a textbook you want to read. Select one chapter and follow the above steps. And finally, share your experience with us. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.